today we got Sukh Bains in the studio today. If you guys want to follow him, his handle is Sukh Bains _23. He's got a company called Aspire Media Marketing, and he's hitting $2 million of sales numbers year over year. And he's going to teach us a little bit about marketing, what we can do to build our business up, and how he can help you guys with your business. And if anybody wants to reach out, we have his handle. We're going to link all his description and all his information in the description below. How you doing? I feel like I haven't seen you in a minute too.
It's been a minute.
So this is an interesting podcast today because I'm working on a couple things doing marketing because I'm in real estate. Yeah. And then Rahul, he's got his own solar business. And we talked about this off camera and you were saying, hey, I want to ask you questions. So we'll actually down the road, hopefully we can connect with you at your studio.
Yeah, definitely.
He's got a solar company and he's doing marketing his way. And then I've got my real estate business and we have a way that we do our marketing. Now you bring a different aspect to marketing because your eventual goal is to get into coaching, building other businesses and building other people. And you have your own sales team, which is running. So we're just going to kind of tap into all of it and just fill in as much information as possible because I feel like we're going to walk away with a lot of golden nuggets.
Yeah, definitely.
So tell me a little bit about your story of how you got to the point of getting to Aspire Media Marketing, having 30 or 40 employees, having a sales team, you're building courses now, you're helping people over Zoom, right? You're doing all these things, $2 million of sales. It's an easy number to say, but getting that type of achievement and recognition through your competitors and the people that you work with is pretty impressive.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah. So how long have we known each other for? Like 5-6 years now?
Yeah, like we've been kind of going back and forth. I've been seeing you online, and I'm sure you've been seeing me online. Yeah. You actually sold my uncle's house, I believe, on 68th Avenue in Surrey.
Yeah.
I think that's when we met in person, and then we've been meeting in some of the events and things like that. So yeah, it's been 5-6 years.
Yeah, so it's fun to see the progression of how your business has grown and how you've grown as a person.
Yeah.
So let's get to the point of what got you into marketing and helping people grow their businesses and kind of.
Yeah. Story is kind of pretty crazy, right? It's not the normal story that someone usually goes through. I came to Canada when I was 5 years old, so I was actually born in India. My father passed away when I was just 2 years old, so I really don't have a lot of memory around there, but I know it must have been a tough time for my mom guys and my 3 siblings, and I'm the youngest one. So we came to Canada, single mother, 4 kids. We had to do what we had to do, put food on the table. We did berry picking in the summers, all 3-4 of us. Some of us being 10 years old in the farms, waking up at 5-6 o'clock, or even 4 o'clock sometimes when you need to go all the way to Coquitlam from Vancouver. Berry picked for like literally 10-12 hours every day in the whole summer while the kids were, enjoying, having fun, what kids are supposed to do. But we had to do what we had to do, to put food on the table. And then fast forward to then me being like 18, 19 years old. I had my own framing carpentry business alongside with my brother. But that's when things kind of took a big turn where I had kidney failure when I believe it was about 19, 20 years old. That was a big shift for me because I was doing physical, hard labor business where I was literally building houses, and I knew that if I'm going to and I always had this thing of becoming successful and making a lot of money, taking care of my mom and making sure we never had to worry about money, right? Because money was a very scarce thing for us growing up because the father wasn't there, right? The breadwinner, you can say. So I always had this goal of, making enough to make sure I take care of my family. And I knew framing, hey, I have a really, harsh, diagnosis where I have kidney failure now. I'm not going to be able to work physically as hard. So that's when I shifted into this online world of sitting on a computer, making money, what everyone's dream is. And, that's when I started Aspire Media Marketing, and, here we are.
How long have you owned the business for now?
I started it back in like 2022, right? But I was kind of in and out of it. Just how start to any business, it was like very hard for me to start up. Like even my Stripe account, you see I make $1,000, $0, $500, $0, and then all of a sudden it goes up. But like, you know, for the whole year and a half, 2 years, I was just kind of cruising by. And then recently we have, you know, really crushed it. So I would say about 4 or 5 years.
Do you think people need to struggle before they can find success? Like, you talk about your childhood, losing your father. You had to berry pick in the hot summer months when everybody else was playing. And then obviously there's a lot of emotional toll on your family as well. So that kind of struggle, is it important for you to be successful or people just to be successful in general? What's your take on that?
I think it's a big reason why most people become successful, because business itself is kind of painful, right? Like, there's not always glamour in business. The only glamour is you accomplishing things, which is fun, right? When you accomplish something. But till that accomplishment, there's a lot of pain, grit you have to go through to even get there. And the pain that you have and the struggle that you go through, I feel like for me, this is nothing compared to what I went through in the past, right? So it's just that it prepares you, life prepares you for what life actually is, you know, of hardship, going through problems, solving challenges, and coming up on the other side, right? So I think that's a big role that I played, that I've already went through the hardship and all this stuff is just easy.
When you first started online, did you try other businesses, or was it like marketing was like, I'm going to do marketing?
Yeah. So I actually started as a dropshipping store, which failed miserably. Like, I spent so much money. Like, I even borrowed money from my sister, spent like $10, $20, $30,000 on it, and failed like miserably. I only made $28 in that store.
What?
Yeah. So I was like, screw this. I don't know marketing, right? That's when I went all into marketing.
Who was your first client? Do you remember them?
So in the marketing agency, so first client in the
first client in general.
Yeah.
Because that's what starts it off, right?
Yeah. So I just had some random person in the US purchase one of my products. I was so excited. I don't remember the name exactly, but I know it was $28. And then after that, my first client, you would say, that I talked to was my barber.
Your barber. Okay.
Yeah. I just went up to him like, hey, I know marketing. Do you want me to do marketing for you? He's like, no, not really. I was like, let me just show you. But then he eventually signed up. Gave me my first $1,000. Yeah. Which is awesome.
The startup grind. I remember the startup grind, like the first few customers, you like work for free. Did you do that?
Yeah.
Like, I'll do it for free. You don't pay me until you get results.
Yeah. So I teach a lot of my students to do that right now, because you need experience, right? You need to know what you're doing. So yeah, I did a few free trials, but not many though, surprisingly.
Right.
Yeah. I guess I got lucky there, but a lot of my students have done like 14, 15, 16 free trials before they got their first paid client.
Right.
Yeah. But I also been doing like marketing for the past 2 years before that, so I kind of had a little bit more knowledge.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dude, I've seen your ads for Aspire on Facebook, on Instagram, all these different platforms, and you're very comfortable on camera, but I feel like that wasn't always the case. I was
an introvert, you can say, and I'm not still like a very crazy extrovert, can't make conversation, but it got better. I couldn't even talk to the waitress that was helping us at a restaurant, you know, it's like that. But eventually you get better at anything you do for enough time. So I've been in front of the camera for the past 4 or 5 years now. So it's got a little bit more comfortable.
Yeah, that's crazy. So you started off, you said, in carpentry. You were building homes. You had kidney failure?
Yeah, kidney failure.
Kidney failure.
Yeah.
And then you're like, I can't do labor anymore because of this health condition.
Yeah.
And then that's when you started marketing. Were you successful in carpentry as well?
I was very fast and good at it. Yeah, I could build a house. I say I was pretty successful, but I didn't know the business side of carpentry. Right. I was just like work hard, labor, you know. Yeah. But it's actually that's not business. You know, that's just you working hard at your job in a way. Now the business mind would be like, okay, hire, train people, get more jobs, build teams. You know, that's the business side that would. But I would say I was successful at what I was doing, as far as I knew how to do framing.
What's your favorite part of business?
Interesting. So favorite part of business, I believe, is just accomplishing challenges. Something that, like, now it's not even about money as much as it was before, because I need to pay rent, I need to bring food home, right? You need money. But now it's not like that. There's food, there's houses, there's cars, there's everything. But now it's just challenges. What challenge can you truly accomplish? Now it's like, okay, we've done this. but what else can we do, right? So that's the fun part about business, of just going through the grind, going through the grit, and then accomplish that task and coming on the other side that, yes, that we did that, you know. It was so hard, but we did it. I think that's, I feel like is that's, I believe, the only best part of business. Anything before that is always just, you know, grit and you know, the grind, which is still fun sometimes, but, you know, it's still hard.
Are you a good salesperson?
I mean, if you're good at what you do and what you can provide to the client, I feel like I'm good at conveying my value. Yes.
Right.
Yeah.
Do you think there's scarcity and opportunity when you're investing in yourself? Especially when it comes down to money. When you talked about drop shipping, spending $20,000, $30,000 and only getting a $28 return, did you have more opportunity in your mind or scarcity?
I mean, at that time, KARNVIR, I had like $0 in my bank account, right? So scarcity was everywhere, right? Like, you know, who was I gonna go ask for help, right? Like, even I had friends and family to help me a little bit, but still having a father to be like, I got you, you know, you won't be homeless. It's a big deal. And not having a father that, hey, you can actually go homeless if you don't pay your mortgage payment, you don't pay your rent. It was kind of in a situation where I had to do what I had to do to come up with the money, right? So it was always scarcity, urgency. And that's the reason we were able to become successful very fast, because there was that urgency to make it happen in the first place.
How does, in your mind, what differentiates you from other people? You not having any money and you taking a risk versus people not having a money and just working a job.
So this is where I talk about the comfort, right? A lot of people like to be comfortable. This society is all about what? Happiness, pleasure, going out in the sun, enjoying. It's all comfort, right? Yeah. But if you truly want to, business is a challenge. You only get paid if you solve problems, right? And the bigger the problem you solve and the more you solve of it, the more you're rewarded for it, and the bigger that challenge is as well, right? Getting someone customers is a challenge, isn't it, right? And if you're able to accomplish a challenge, you get paid for it. So, you know, again, it comes down to you actually being uncomfortable and still doing it because it needs to get done for you to achieve what you're trying to achieve. It's like this. If you don't sacrifice for what you want, then what you want will become the sacrifice. So the sacrifice you have to take of working late nights, not going on weekends and working, right? Those are all things that you kind of have to do in order to truly do what's amazing and crazy, what people look up to, like, wow, crazy $2 million business, but it's all that takes to even get here in the first place.
And then what about competency? Because you can always put time in the business, but sometimes the results don't actually accumulate to something bigger. So what are you taking from what you're learning and implementing that's so much greater than other people to get you accomplished?
I think a big thing is a lot of people don't, I wouldn't say if it's true or false, but from what I feel like, a lot of people don't go and seek out guidance. Like, go talk to people that have already done what you're trying to do, and they will tell you what you need to do. And as long as you follow that formula, it'll work. It may not be an easy formula. Like I tell my students, you need to send 40 to 50 DMs per day. You need to make 40 to 50 cold calls per day. You need to send 50 to 60 or even 100 emails per day. And then as long as you do that for the next 3, 4, 5, 6 months, you are guaranteed to make $10,000 a month, right? But now it's just about, will they do it or not, right?
And the people that are doing it, what kind of results are they getting?
I had a student, he came from India 2 years ago. I told him to the T, do this. And he did this. And I'll tell you what he did. He sent emails, cold emails to his clients, cold clients that he never knew. He spent 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 hours, whatever amount of hours it takes to send 200, 300 emails manually every single day. And he did it for 3, 4 months, and now he's at $18,000 per month.
Is he customizing each email based on who the client is, or is it just blanket emails?
Yeah. Just a little bit. And then I had another student. He was sending 40, 50 emails per day, and he sent it for 2 weeks, and he's at $0, right? So
Yeah.
I don't know. It shows, right? This person did this, got the result. This person did this, didn't get the result.
You know why I laugh is the reason why I got into real estate to work for myself is I was a manager for a company. My next progression in the company was to get into sales management or get into commercial sales. And what I saw was based on the amount of effort that I was putting in and the number of calls I was making, number of clients that I was seeing every single day, I just thought I could do literally half of this and make double of what I'm doing for the company. So the realization came was I was such a company person that I want to just show my skills to the company, and then they're going to give me a 2.5% raise. And then eventually when I kind of snapped out of it and started working for myself, it was a struggle. Like you're saying, the first couple of years was not easy at all. But over time, the comfort of learning the scripts, learning information, especially with real estate, communication was huge because I am a little bit shy around people, but I'm very extroverted in energy, right? And then now knowing that you're sending 200-300 emails per day, it just extrapolates on such a huge amount over a week, over a month, over a year. How are you not going to be successful if you just do what's working for other people?
Exactly. So like another big thing is that, like, you know how you transition from a job to business and you struggle for 2 years. A lot of people are not willing to struggle for those 2 years, right?
The highest amount of people that leave real estate is within the 2-year mark. It's like 80% license. They don't renew their license because the cost of renewing the license is so expensive. It's only a couple $1,000s, but it's so expensive at that point that they're like, we're just going to go back to working a job.
Exactly. And the other thing is, at a job, you're being pushed by the managers, right? And us as entrepreneurs,
who's holding us accountable?
No one, right? So that's why it's hard, again, for a lot of people to be successful, and they'll still be successful at the job because, like, for example, my team members, right? I really push them to work hard. I'm bringing the best out of them, maybe more than what they could have brought out on their own, right? That's what makes a true leader as well. A leader that brings the best out of their own people. So a lot of people, I don't know, like where it comes from, but I guess it's the drive. You know, a lot of people are missing that drive to do enough to make it successful. That's why and that's also a good reason where if you have a good organization that pushes you and also has a growth on the other end as well, where you're also financially growing with the company, that's the best because you're not pushed to being better and doing more than you would have done on your own.
Yeah.
You know?
That's where I think bonuses, like the bonus structure, keeps people excited for doing a little bit more.
Yep, 100%.
Otherwise, who really wants to sit there making that many calls? Like getting rejected is hard. Over time, I know you build callous and you build a heart. Like, how many doors have you knocked in your business?
Like thousands.
Thousands.
Yeah.
Like tens of thousands.
And like, how much of that is accredited to your success now?
Like a decent portion, for sure.
Right. You put in the work.
I have a question for you just around like marketing. Is marketing changing? Are you seeing like what the future of marketing looks like? Because I see AI and I don't know if it's a real thing.
AI is definitely a real thing, but I still feel like the human connection is going to be a real thing. There's going to be more BS, right? Right. There's more BS. There'll be less authentic because of AI, right? AI is just artificial intelligence, and most of the ad copy you see is all going to be written through AI. So, but people are still going to be missing that human touch of trusting someone. And this is where video marketing plays a big role. You can't fake a video, right? I mean, you can now with AI, but like still, people believe videos, right? So video is a big part of where you're building trust and things like that. So I feel like the only thing that's changing in marketing is that there's more bullshit, so you need to be more real. That's all. You need to be more real.
Yeah. What do you mean by real? Like transparent about the business? Like when you make a sales call, like, hey, I'm making a sales call, like that kind of be real, or like
being real in what you actually provide and the value you provide.
Okay, just like being genuine, right? Like,
yes. Like, let's say I cold call a client, right? I cold call a dentist and I'm saying, hey, I'm going to send you 20 or 30 referrals. You know, let's hop on a call. I need to be able to have systems and operations in place for me to deliver that. If I don't deliver that, then the clients will be like, what the hell? You have no value. You're not good, right? So I feel like you just need to be really, really good at what you do. And sometimes, again, someone is a beginner at the beginning, so that's why you do free trials and you tell the client that, hey, I'm going to do it completely for free. It's my way of building my case studies and things like that. So just go at it where you go at it at the best interest of the other client, giving them the most amount of value, you know. Do not take. A lot of people always try to think selfish when they're reaching out and trying to sign up clients, trying to make them money. But if you don't have a lot to offer, then just do whatever you can for free, which is very valuable to the next person. And that in turn is creating real value, right? So I think that's the main thing. You just need to be able to prove yourself more in this marketplace.
In your business, do you have, I'm sure you have competitors.
Yes.
So like, what is the differentiator for you? Other than
on
you?
the agency side, we kind of dominated, to be honest. Like, I don't know a lot of my competitors. And to be honest, I didn't have a lot of time to go look at them, right? We've just been killing it. Our dentists, our clients have been crushing it on the agency side. We've been getting very, very good results. So I didn't actually look at competitors. I feel like we dominated that space. So I didn't need to look for things to do it better because we did. And it's not coming from me. It's my clients telling me. That's where the conviction comes from, that, hey, we are doing really good here. Because they come from some of the biggest marketing agencies and still not get results, and we crush it for them. So then we never had any on the competition side. Now on the new coaching side, there's a little bit more competition. There's other coaches helping other entrepreneurs how to make money, right? But then there's a lot of those now. There's a lot of them. So many. And a lot of them haven't even walked the walk of building their own marketing agency. How are you going to teach someone how to build it, right? If you haven't done 10K, 20K, or even 50K. I was doing 50K per month. I still didn't feel comfortable. Now at 200K per month, I was like, okay, I feel like I could teach someone how to get to at least $10,000. So I don't feel like it's competition, but I just feel like there's a lot of noise out there. And it's still hard to penetrate the noise because there is a lot of it. Yeah.
It's really interesting.
I would say similar to realtors too, man. There's a lot of noise, but
that was my thought right now for competition, because like you're saying, getting DMs or sending out DMs, I'm getting a lot of DMs from people that want to make reels for me. Now, like me and Rahul, we found a loophole. A couple of kids in Pakistan are working for us.
Yeah, 100%.
Which is a fraction of the price over here. Are you overcoming any of that kind of stuff where you might be losing your business to people that might be overseas that's doing something similar?
A little
bit. Your
bit.
competition might not just be here. I'm thinking with marketing, and especially that's online, if the message is strong enough, if the communication is strong enough, you can take market share anywhere.
Yeah, I can go to India and be the best still.
Both ways, right?
Right, because that's online business. I can go to India and be the best.
Yeah.
But you still have to be the best, right? You still have to be really, really, really good at what you're doing. Even if you're sitting in India or the Philippines, right? You still have to be really good at what you're doing in order for you to compete, right? And yeah, 100%. There's probably marketing agencies in India that are doing bigger numbers than we are doing here, right? It comes down to the individual again, how much you learn, how much you execute, how many challenges you overcome to get the most amount of value for your client.
What do you think about personal branding? Has that been a big focus for you?
Big one. Big one. Look at Elon Musk. We trust Tesla. Why more? If it's just Tesla, in fact, I don't think we would trust Tesla as much as we do right now. And it's only because we trust Elon Musk a little bit more. Well, some people do, some people don't, whatever. But like, he has the big personal brand, and anything comes up with SpaceX, this. Again, we would go back to Elon Musk. Oh, that's Elon Musk's company. It must be very good. Like, he was going to come out with this new AI chatbot. Right away, people are like, yo, it's going to be amazing. Why? Because it's Elon Musk's chatbot, right? So personal brand, I feel, is a big, big role in anything that you'll do in the future. In fact, if you have a personal brand big enough, there's no business you can't make successful because you have attention, right? And attention is the biggest thing you need before you can make anything successful, right?
Are you focused on personal branding or marketing when you're working with your dentist clients?
The marketing agency is skilled to the level where I don't really care about generating more and more revenue from it. It creates enough revenue. I'm really focused on the coaching side now.
Mm-hmm.
And the coaching side, again, requires a big personal brand of who you are as a coach. Will people even want to learn from you?
Mm-hmm.
So on that side, it's very big, personal branding. On the dentist side, actually, I didn't really need to make a big personal brand. I just ran ads.
Yeah, they just need to see some sort of results.
Yeah, I just ran ads of me interviewing other dentists of how much money they made with me.
So what can people expect from?
I feel like
your
that's
coaching
really
side?
simple marketing, by the way.
Yeah.
It works because dentists don't lie, right? Dentists won't say I made $30,000. Like,
right.
Only they will say the truth. And then I have like 20 of them saying the same thing. Like, here, Sukh help me make $30,000, $40,000, $50,000. And the other dentists see it. Okay, he's a real dentist. He has a website. Yes, this works.
Easy
they put the
client.
one-to-one together, right?
Testimonials are the best.
Why dentists?
So I started with dentist. I don't know. It was just easier for me. I got one dentist and I crushed it for them. I was like, okay, this is my golden ticket. Let's kill it with this. We all went into dentist, and now we probably worked with over 400 dentists, but we have 163-ish active clients right now.
Got it.
Yeah.
Pretty good. I was talking to Karn the other day, and we were talking about this, where we noticed that we've had a financial advisor on the show. We've had actually 2 different financial advisors, and then now yourself, and they all target dentists. And doctors and dentists. I was talking to Karn, and I'm like, they have money.
Yeah.
I'm like, their client base is so solid.
Yeah.
Which is actually a great business to have, because now your 163 customers are top earners in Canada. So it is actually a great. I just wondered if that was like strategic or accidental.
Yeah, that was of course a big part of it, right? Because I mean, they're able to generate more money from what I send them, right? If I'm sending a home cleaner 10 clients and I send a dentist 10 Invisalign clients, it's a big difference. The home cleaner is going to make, I don't know, $400 or $500 a month. The dentist is going to make $5,000 off the Invisalign case, right? So like the value that I send to them, I only need to send them 5 clients for them to make $25,000 a month, right? Which is a lot of money for them.
Right.
So yeah, that was a big reason of why I went.
Like you picked dentists. Yeah. It wasn't just like you talked to a dentist. I was like, no, I'm going to go after this category. Was it strategic in that way?
Yes.
Okay.
Eventually, yes.
Okay.
Like, and then I did work with a dentist. I had braces. I just told him, hey, you want more braces? He was so pumped. He was like, yes, like, could get me more patients.
Yeah.
And that was my first client. Then COVID hit. I lost that client, and then nothing ever happened. But then I went niche directly into dentists, and I ran ads for dentists and things like that. Yeah. And
and it's the pain point is really high, right? Braces, like, it's a personal identity crisis for a lot of people.
Yeah,
so
definitely.
To advertise that, you're hitting a huge pain point for a lot of people.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, any industry is successful. It's just how much you do of it.
Yeah.
There's real estate agents that make hundreds of thousands of dollars, millions of dollars a month and year, and there's real estate agents that don't, right? There's marketing companies that make hundreds of thousands of dollars, and the marketing companies that don't. And then I'll come back to the individual of how much you do, and then the team you set up, and how good of a leader you are, and all those things.
With Aspire, like your focus is on dentists, and now you're going into coaching, but why not expand the marketing to now do realtors? I feel like that's an easy connect the dots, and I feel like the coaching space is very competitive too.
Yeah, so some people get this sense of fulfillment by coaching, and I feel like I really get that. I would I would coach for free. I would coach for free, but people don't take that and apply it, because if you don't pay, you don't pay attention, right? So I just love that side of it, of just teaching people. I was talking to KARNVIR earlier, like the dental marketing agency was to generate money. And right now money is being generated. And at a certain point, money doesn't substantially increase your lifestyle. You can go on dinners, you can buy the cars, you're living in a good house. I don't know what else more do you need, right? You have good food, you have a good house, you have a good car. It's pretty good, right? Then it comes down to your day-to-day, your fulfillment, and all those things. And the coaching thing was more of my passion and my And this is a lifetime project too. It's not just let me quickly make some money. No, it's not like that. It's a lifetime project. Like this is going to be a big empire that we want to build. So it was more of the passion project that I enjoy working with people that are my age. I enjoy talking to people that are just like this and helping them and getting them to the next level, rather than me talking to 40 or 50, 60 years old and being very professional, not being able to, use our hood lingo, things like that. And so you have to be a little bit more professional, with dentists. So I didn't really like me being there in a long-term position of me being so, and I'm not saying I'm not professional, but it's just a different type of profession you need with doctors and dentists than I would with a business owner that's my age, right? And then later on, we want to do yacht parties, yacht masterminds, and things like that. And I can't really bring all these dentists to a yacht party.
You would.
Like,
I mean, you could.
I mean, I can, but like, it'll be different.
Yeah, 100%.
It'll be like pulling teeth.
Yeah, I just wanted a younger crowd. In a way, and it would just be fun. I don't know exactly how to explain it. It fuels I get more fueled with younger population around me, us helping each other, building this empire and building this big thing, right? It just suited more. And you can't coach dentists, right? I'm a marketing company. They're not going to be like, okay, teach me marketing, right? They're just going to be like, get me patients. I got teeth to fill and I got Invisalign to do, right?
Right.
Whereas other entrepreneurs and things like that, they would want coaching.
100%.
Oh, a big thing for you guys, right? Like, and for the audience. So, and this is where I will also explain why people go into coaching after once they have become successful. Our agency is a done-for-you service. We do marketing for them. And in order for me to scale that, I need team members. I need to hire. If I want to get to $200K per month right now where we are, and I want to get to $1 million a month, oh man, the operations, the team members that I bring on is going to be crazy, right? Because it's a done-for-you service. We're doing it for them. The second step is done with you, which is the coaching. That, hey, I'm going to teach you how to do it, and I'm going to help you do it. And if you get stuck, let me know. That's done with you. And that can be scaled exponentially. I can have 1,000 people on a Zoom call, and I can be teaching them. And compared to me talking one-to-one with a client on, hey, how can I make your marketing campaign better, right? So the scale is a lot bigger on that side because it's done with you, not done for you.
So a dentist should sign up for your coaching?
No, so they won't, right?
Yeah, they won't. They don't have the time.
Yeah, exactly.
Or bandwidth.
So that is why you can get to $1 million a month faster rather than doing a done-for-you service. Yeah.
How are you helping? What's in your program for the coaching courses that you're helping people make the money or earn their living?
Yeah, definitely. So we have programs that they go through on their own. But we also just like how we have a live setup here, we go live Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. Literally, they hop on the Zooms, ask any questions they have. Hey, I'm sending these DMs, I'm sending these emails, I'm cold calling, I did the sales call, it didn't work out. Whatever the case is, we help them live on those calls.
What kind of business owners are you getting?
So agency owners, people that want to start and scale their own marketing agency. That's all we work with on that coaching side.
Are they targeting dentists as well, or do they have their own niche that they're working towards?
Different niches: fitness trainers, mortgage brokers, realtors. Some are dentists, med spas. All different types of niches. Marketing is actually fundamentally very simple. Fundamentally.
Yeah. I feel like it's simple, but then it might be exhaustive for financials, especially if you're going to spend ads or put some systems together. But the other thing is, I just don't think there's like a cookie cutter type of program that's going to get results. Like, in my opinion, like, I'm not sure, like, you're a marketer, you would know more. But from what I've tried with marketing, obviously I've tried like a bunch of stuff because I've been in real estate for a long time. And I'm like, okay, some stuff works, and you try it the next week, and I'm like, well, it's not working anymore. I'm like, let's just change it.
Yeah.
And I just keep changing it.
Yep.
Think it's going to be like a quick result. But what formula have you used to see that success?
Yeah, so there's fundamentals to an ad, and grabbing attention, right? So for example, let's just go a video ad, for example, an advertisement that works, right? So first is grabbing attention, right? And now people are doing, you guys probably see reels, they're doing some funny hook, and then they, you know, it's the bull hits the guy, and then he jumps on, you know, those types of attention. So that's still good.
Yeah.
It's called grabbing attention, right? You're grabbing attention. And second thing, we go into pain points of why should they even listen to you? Like, hey, agency owner, if you're not getting appointments, you're not getting clients, so on and so on. Or I did a real estate ad before, like, hey, real estate agents, are you tired of door knocking, cold calling, sending out flyers and still not getting results, right? That's then going to pain points. Then you do a solution with the offer, right? Well, do you want me to help you get you 2 to 3 listings in the next 30 days guaranteed, which is the offer? And then we also have then urgency and scarcity, but I'm only working with one realtor in one area. So if you're interested, click the learn more button below and let's chat, right? So I grab your attention. Maybe I'm door knocking and the guy tells, don't knock again, you know, close the door. That's attention grabbing. And the pain point, that's the pain point, right? And then I have the offer and the urgency is there with a clear call to action. That's the winning formula. Now you need to play with those things. Better grabbing attention, better pain points. And the biggest thing that makes an ad convert is the offer itself. I'm going to get you 2 to 3 listings guaranteed and sold in the next 60 days, right? So like that's a really good offer that entices the realtor, right?
Yeah.
And the better you're at doing those things in your ads, the better your ad will convert. And then that's testing. I test 1 week with this headline, with this, not headline, with this attention grabbing hook, with this offer, and I'm testing it for the week. It didn't work as well. Let me try another one, right? And then you keep trying, and then the one that hits, that's what exponentially grows your business. Because if you put $1 into advertisement and you're getting $10 out, then how many will you put in there, right? Hundreds of thousands, which we have done to actually scale exponentially.
So I actually want to try something. So once this thing is filmed, when it's done recording, I'll send you this entire video. Would you be able to pinpoint exactly what is going to be viral and what is going to get the most amount of information? I feel like that last kind of 3-minute monologue that you had about exposure and call to action and all that stuff, I was like, wow, this seems so simple.
It is, yeah. It is.
Why are so many people getting it wrong then?
They don't like to give good enough offers.
Oh, is that what it is?
Offers
so they're
big.
focusing on the theatrics, they're focusing on the bull, ramming them up the butt.
Like, let me give you an example. KARNVIR, like, offer for a homeowner. Hey, homeowner, we're going to come in. We're going to do the renovations in your house. We're going to stage the house. We're going to make it presentable. We're going to take pictures of it. We're going to advertise to hundreds of thousands of people. Whatever more things you can do to that. And it's all going to be out of commission. And you don't have to do $0 out of your own pocket. Click the button below and let's chat.
Oh, that's a fantastic idea. Click, click, click.
Yeah. So, like, I know it's, hey, the deliverables, how am I going to deliver that? That's a different problem you have to solve as a business owner, right?
Yeah.
But the offer is there, is how much you can do for the other person for them to be like, this is a no-brainer. Let me click on here, right?
I like that.
Yep. And for example, my dentist, like, hey, dentist, I'm going to get you 20 to 30 Invisalign or implant consultations guaranteed in the next 30 days, right? And we can even have contracts where they have to do certain things on their end to even make that happen, right? Like, hey, make sure you send a personalized video to each patient that books. Make sure you call them within 30 seconds. Make sure you do this to even make that happen, because those are the success formulas required for that to happen in the first place. Now, that's very valuable to a dentist, and they will want to click on it because that's what they want, right? It's a really good offer.
That's interesting.
Are people skeptical when they call you?
That was my thought too.
Like, is the offer so good that like, I don't believe you?
Yeah, we have interviews with dentists themselves, right? So, yes, a lot of people will not believe you. A lot of people don't believe things online, which is sad because there's also good things online. Like, the students that come into our programs make money, right? And how do I prove that? I do podcasts with my students. I do interviews with my students. They show their Stripe accounts literally online. You know, like, we prove that way. So I feel like I'm going to do my best at portraying my value and what I can do. The people that are curious enough to learn more about it, they'll click, and then they'll become the client and make the money, or they'll be skeptic and continue scrolling, right? So, and it only costs like 10 cents or 8 to 10 cents to show someone an ad. So if you show 100 people, it's not going to cost a lot of money.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
The back end. I want to talk more about the back end.
Yeah.
What are you doing in the back end that's actually grabbing the success? I know you have the, obviously, like how to make the videos, but what are you doing in the back end that's different than others to actually get the audience to convert into the phone call or the meeting? Because you're getting a lot of clicks, but is there anything else like in addition to? Because where have you seen his ads? Instagram, Facebook?
Facebook mostly.
Are you doing anything on YouTube?
I'm not doing ads on YouTube, but I have a YouTube channel.
What about on Google?
No, not on Google.
Not on
I think I'm
Google.
mostly seeing Facebook and Instagram.
Facebook and Instagram.
That's mostly what I'm doing right now as well. Next business is going to require me to go larger. This business didn't. You can usually get to $1 million per year with just Facebook and Instagram ads or just one acquisition channel.
Mm-hmm.
And if you want to go to $10 million and beyond, you need like 4, 5, 6 different acquisition channels. So that's why we just be mostly on Facebook and Instagram. Slowly you'll start to see YouTube ads as well, probably.
Mm-hmm.
That's something that we're going to be working towards to, again, increase acquisition channels.
Mm-hmm.
So first of all, you're getting the lead, right? Yes, I'm interested. They click learn more. They put the name, email, phone number in there. The second part, which is very crucial, is to call the lead within 30 seconds to a minute.
Mm-hmm.
Very important. You call them 5 minutes later, you're maybe 50% less likely to get a hold of the lead. You call them 24 hours later, it drops down to like 8 to 10%.
Mm-hmm.
So you're already missing on a lot of things there if you're calling them 24 hours later. So calling the lead within 30 seconds to a minute. And then right away, we kind of go into a questionnaire like, what was the reason you requested this call or, clicked on an ad and things like that, because there's a reason of they're trying to solve a problem, right?
Mm-hmm.
I want to sell a house. I want to do this, whatever it is. And then we go into more qualifying questions. Then we book in our sales calls, or you would book in yourself an appointment.
Mm-hmm.
And then you go do your shebang, right? Whatever you're supposed to do. You got to talk the talk, whatever you have to say to convince the client to be, the listing,
cool.
so on
Now
and so on.
all the dots are being connected of what is required for the dentist and their team, and then what's required for you to get your stuff done. Because both go hand in hand.
I have a question. Do you guys make that first call?
Yeah, I like
You guys
that.
make it?
Yeah,
Okay.
so
Or do they do it?
so
Because they'll
this is-
never do it.
this is what happened, right? So in the beginning when I started, they didn't do it.
Yeah.
And I can be like, hey, dentist, I'm bringing the leads. I'm doing everything. You're not doing your job. But who is it affecting, right? This is why you have to be a better leader of taking responsibilities. Shit, I'm responsible for this. Even though they're not calling the leads, I'm responsible for this. I'm not going to be a victim of it, right? Because if I'm just, I'll just stay
They'll
there.
blame you, right?
Yeah.
They'll say it didn't work.
It didn't work, right? I don't want to be the victim. And it's always powerless to be in the victim. I'm like, okay, this is my fault that they're not calling the leads. What can I do? Cool. I'm going to have my own person call the leads and just transfer it to them because they have to pick up the phone, right? Like, come on. If you're not picking up your phone, then you're definitely not going to be successful.
Yeah.
So then now we have our own receptionists, which we have a team of like 5, 6 of them, which call the leads within 30 seconds because I trained them to call them within 30 seconds. And then we transfer to the reception in the office, and they go taking over from there. And that works really well for us.
Right.
The operations are
Very
so
simple.
sound.
Very simple.
Yeah,
There-
like I said, right? It's always the fundamentals that people miss out on. And then it's doing enough of that too, right?
Yeah.
You can't just expect to get one lead and make millions of dollars, right?
Mhm.
You have to do a lot of it for it to be successful. And not only for it to be successful, for you to also see what things need improvements so you can make those improvements to make it even better,
Mm-hmm.
right? And repetition is required for that.
Mm-hmm. Are you planning to do any big events in the coming months or coming years?
No, well, I wouldn't say like it's I'm doing a 3-day live agency builder workshop on Friday, Saturday, Sunday. So those are the type of events that we do, and we do it mostly just online, virtually. But my big goal is to eventually fill up like BC Stadium or like, I don't know, Rogers Arena, one or the other. Maybe it'll be Rogers Arena first, BC Stadium later. But that would be a big, big thing where I want to throw a huge event with tens of thousands of people, entrepreneurs, and bring in other entrepreneur speakers and, do something like that. That would be kind of cool in the future. That's like a 10, 20-year game plan. But like events, I believe like starting from this week, we'll be throwing events almost every week or every 2 weeks for free for agency owners to come for a 3-day challenge. agency builder challenge of me just teaching them the tangibles for them to what to do to get to the next level in the agency.
So that's interesting you're talking about stadiums, because Grant Cardone, when he did his first 10X, Brad Lee actually talks about this in one of his podcasts. He said along the lines of there was more money that was made on the back end and not from the ticket sales. Like, even though the ticket sales were expensive, because he had offers that people would connect to, different people from different industries, he had so many offers that as people were coming in and out of these large like events over 3 days, people were signing up $10,000 promotion packages, $2,500, $100,000. And he's like, that's where the money was being made. It wasn't from the ticket sales. It wasn't from getting people in the room. You have to have so many offers that even the person that's spending $50, how do you capture that person? So how do we create all of that is kind of the thought, right? It's you got to have so many different systems being played.
Yeah. I mean, even the 3-day event is to do what? Is to indoctrinate people of what we can do, right? If they find the 3-day challenge unbelievable and very valuable, they'll be like, fuck, I want this every day, you know? I don't know if I'm supposed to, but I want this every day, you know? I want this every week, right? So they would be willing to invest in themselves because they have gotten the, you know, a little bit of a demo of what it actually is. So then it comes down to building trust, right? When people are coming to real events, there's real people talking and doing those things. You're spending time with them. You like the energy. That's when you're in the decision-making process that I want to continue this. I want to do more of this. This is very, you know, valuable to me, so on and so on.
Do you have a coach?
As of right now, no. And I'm looking for one to help me get to $10 million a year, you know. So I have some coaches that I'm reaching out to because I've been struggling, you know. I've been the marketer.
You're struggling on a different level.
Different level.
Different problems, yeah.
Different problems. So, yeah. This is why I say a coach is very important at any level, because they would just tell me, hey, this is what you need to do to get to 10 million. You need to have these types of ads. You need to have this type of team in place. You need to have these type of trainings, and you'll be able to get there. I have an idea of how to get there, but I would love to have a for sure guidance that this is right or this is wrong. Because right now I'm doing trial and error, and trial and error takes time.
And money.
And money.
I mean,
a lot of money.
The money is one aspect, but the time, especially if there's like a cyclical market, spring, summer, winter, fall, whatever it is, then you're actually missing out on those opportunities that I think need to be capitalized on. I've always had a coach. I think they're important. Rahul's my coach. He motivates me.
Karn's my coach.
Accountability actually is very important.
Accountability is a big thing. The coach, though, I really feel like the coach has to be like good, like 5-6 steps ahead, though.
Yeah, right. They need to be able to tell you exactly what you need to do. The accountability is more just like, hey, did you wake up this morning on time?
Each other, that would be awesome, yeah.
That's okay, right? But I think the next step is somebody telling you, this is the step that you need to take. This is what's going to get you to the next million.
Yep, 100%. 100%.
What do you think those, the coach that you're looking for, what do they need to have? Let's see if we can try to find you somebody.
They need to be at 10 million.
Why not 100 million? Wouldn't the $100 million coach be better than the $10 million coach?
Not quite. He's on too big of a level where you might be like, what are you talking about, bro? You know? Because like, just like how the 10 million coach, me being $0 and me, first of all, it's also expensive. $100 million coach would be very expensive. In fact, it'll be almost like $20,000 an hour, right?
Yep.
So I can't afford $100 million coach, right? So, like Grant Cardone is $100 million coach. He charges $25,000 for a call, right?
His is I think it was one of the people said it was $100,000 for 3 calls or 4 calls.
Hormozy said that.
Hormozy said that. Holy, to take a call.
Yeah.
But then that money is so little for them that they just throw out a number, hoping that it either hooks or doesn't hook. And when it hooks, they're just like, we got to increase our prices, because if people are willing to pay, that means we're just not charging enough.
Yep. 100%. And then it also comes at the level, like $100 million coach of someone that's making $0 is not going to be as valuable as someone that's, you know, just 10 steps ahead of you. Let's say they're doing $1 million a month. That is still a little bit more beneficial than the $100 million coach, because they're too far ahead. You know, they're too far ahead where I don't think they'll be able to give you fundamentals to the T of how someone is just 10 steps ahead of you. That's what I feel like. and I can be wrong. Like, of course, like Grant Cardone would be able to give me value, but I don't know if I can afford Grant Cardone, right? So you kind of have to do both things there of finding the right coach and then making sure they're charging just enough that you can afford. I know I can afford a $10 million coach because they're going to charge $4,000 or $5,000 a month, which I can afford, right? Before I had a coach to help me get to $100K per month was like $1,000 a month, which was something that I can afford at that point, right? So it's at each level that you join these coaches. And that coach can still get me to 10 million because now they're doing $10 million a month, right? $10 million a year.
Do you think you can duplicate yourself and grow your business quicker? Like form some sort of partnership, or you buy out a company, maybe have somebody working out in Toronto?
So the agency side, I'm not really growing as much. The coaching side is which I really want to grow a lot. Like the goal is to have 1,000 students to come in on Zoom calls, getting the teachings and everything. So I feel like collaboration, even things like this, is a big thing of building a personal brand and getting people to know who you are. I feel like the best shortcut is just going to be networking and collaborating. That's going to be the best. And then building a personal brand and really doing your own marketing and then collaborating with other people. Like I had a meeting on Friday with another agency owner. This is actually really good where you have accountability partners and people that are kind of on the same level as you because they got to that level in a different way that you may have gotten to. So you can kind of exchange ideas. So this guy that I've been networking with, he's done over $2-3 million just with cold outreach, with building sales teams and things like that. And similar to what you guys are doing right now with solar. And I've done it all with marketing, right? So now we're coming together where he's going to help me build out all the back end of the sales team to do a lot of outreach. And then I'm going to help him on the front end of doing advertisements and things like that. So I feel like the networking is going to be the biggest thing that will drive anyone forward, especially at bigger levels. Because at bigger levels, it's not work that takes you to the next level. It's the right type of work, the right type of techniques to implement for you to get to the next level. Because I can't work more and get to, yes, I can work more but on the different things to get to 10 million, but I can't do the same thing more to get to 10 million. It just don't make sense. Like, for example, I just did sales calls to get 2 million, but I can't just do sales calls to get 2 million. I actually need to build a sales team that 5 of them that are doing the same thing I was doing, right? So yeah, so I believe the biggest thing is going to be the networking, and then on your own side, doing the personal branding, putting up ads, doing YouTube videos, doing more of everything to get that personal brand out there and get people to know about you. And I believe that's the biggest thing a business owner can do is to get people to know about you, because we do business with people that we know. Right?
Is there anything that we can provide for you or help you with to get the word out, to build your brand, build your business?
Yeah, I mean, this was awesome opportunity, which I really appreciate you guys, inviting me on here. So, I mean, this was it, man. I really appreciate you guys.
How about we collaborate? How about we find a way to collaborate on something, and see if we could? Because I'm bringing something different, and you're doing something different, and you're doing something different. You think there's something that we could work on together? Because you're talking about getting into like the event space. And we've always talked about it would be pretty interesting, it would pretty be cool to share our experience with other people to help them with their business. And I think that's where it's all headed. Helping people is reasonably more fulfilling for me.
Yeah, 100%. It's always, yeah.
Just simply asking people to hire me and work for them, right?
Yeah,
so I like that's why I resonate with you a lot, because those were our conversations before, and you're really looking to help people. So
yeah, definitely. So, like, I mean, I can tell you what I need help with, and, we can see what we need help with in the business. Like, a big side on my side is building a really good team. Like you talked about back end, the $10 million game is all team. It's all team. There's no way that I can get there myself. I tell my team, hey, team, we're only getting there if we get there. If we don't get there, we're not going to go there, right? So I tell them, hey, push harder. Like, I can be at the office 24/7 and we still can't get to 10 million if you guys don't do what's required on your end. So building the back-end team is a big thing that, especially the sales side of it, because I actually never had a sales team till a few weeks ago now.
Do you want somebody younger that has zero experience? Do you want somebody that has experience? What are you looking for?
I think both. Like anywhere. I like to resonate. Like right now, I had a team member which was a good friend of mine. He's about like 35, 38 years old. He has a young daughter. Like those type of people work really hard and have experience and things like that. But younger people are also still driven. You know, a lot of my team members are young, like 21, 22 years old. So yeah, I mean, you just need to have. Number one, you need to be working hard because that's the biggest thing. We're in our team, biggest differentiator that hey, if you're a B player, sorry, we can't have you. You have to be A player, right? Second thing, honesty and trust. I want to be able to hire team members that I can literally almost trust with my life because hey, if we're gonna go at this together and we're gonna build this big business in the next 20, 30 years, I want us to all go together and get there. I just don't want you to come in and be like, yeah, I want to kind of make money, but I kind of don't. You know, that doesn't make sense, or I have a different vision, right? I explain this a lot to my team members that, hey, we all need to be going after a World Cup. You know, not one person like, no, I want to win the Stanley Cup. Doesn't make sense. How can you be on the field playing at 100% when your goal is to win the Stanley Cup, right? So the team being aligned with a vision is a very big thing as well. A player being with a vision. And the third thing is you got to be a fast learner. Market moves fast. Things move very fast. You need to be able to adapt, learn, implement, and then make those things successful. So those are the three key things that we hire on. And so far it has worked really well with the teams that we have brought in with the agency.
I like that.
Cool.
You have any closing remarks?
No. Thanks for being on the show. That's it.
You know what? Anybody that's looking to grow their business, reach out. Anybody looking to build a business, reach out. Anybody looking to get into business, reach out. Because it seems like, Sukh, you're willing to work with pretty much the best of the best and people that are willing to put in a little bit of hard work. And
100%.
if they don't have experience, if you guys don't have experience, still reach out to Sukh Bains _23, Aspire Media Marketing. What's the company name for your coaching side?
Yeah, we're calling it Aspire Agency Academy, but we say that you're part of the Aspire Agency Empire. Yeah. And we call the agency owners Agency Warriors.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. That's the theme we have.
Yo, what's your warrior?
It's the Warriors, yeah.
I like it, man. We're in the group.
Yeah.
Cool. That wraps it up. Any last message? Maybe just say all your handles, everything.
Yeah, so Instagram is mostly where I kind of respond to mostly. The only, thing I have for the young entrepreneurs or the entrepreneurs in general, if you want to make anything successful, reverse engineer what it takes for you to get there and do that to the T. And it may be a lot of work. So just put in the work. And as long as you put in the work because you reverse engineered it, then you'll get to the goal that you're trying to get to.
Awesome. Cool.
Wrap.
That's a wrap, man.